A supply chain runs from, on the one end, the final consumer. You and I at the grocery store, or at the pizza parlor, what have you, and then right on through. Where do these supplies come from? Who's doing the manufacturing? Right out to the ultimate source. Which might be the farm. Sometimes they say the supply chain runs from farm to fork, all the way down. So. They're sort of the institutions, but then what the supply chain really does is it brings together purchasing, marketing, the transportation and logistics, everything that needs to be done to really move the goods from the source all the way to the final consumer. More and more what we're talking about is the business case for diversity. Because there's a very diverse customer base. There's a very diverse base of employees. I mean, our colleagues come from the diverse community. So then, logically, why would not the suppliers represent that same diversity of our customers and our employees, in fact? And so there's that element of it, just a sort of a market-based aspect. A whole other aspect of it is the idea that the more diverse our suppliers are, we're going to get more ideas, so there's a link with diversity and innovation, creativity, things such as that. And then finally, in a purchasing sense, traditionally what purchasing has been about is getting the best deal. And so the argument is the more suppliers that we look at, the more competition out in the marketplace, the better deal that we're going to get. The GTA, the recent Statistics Canada report that came out projects, what is it, I think nearly 63% of the GTA population by the year 2031 is forecast to be visible minority. So again, these are our customers, these are our co-workers, our employees, so these should also be our suppliers. So I think it's particularly relevant for the GTA. Ultimately, what I'm saying in a sense is, for a GTA organization, if in fact the visible minority population is moving to, 60%, a reasonable end game objective would be to have 60% of your spend going to visible minority suppliers. Again, here you're matching the community. What we'd expect is, if an organization goes down the path of workforce diversity, over time, some of those workers will become in leadership positions, right? So then that'll enhance the diversity of the leadership, and then certainly that would give yet another push for supplier diversity. Why? Because the #1 facilitator was what? Top management support. So if it's the mandate from the top, it's going to happen. And yeah, so it all sort of comes together: employee leadership and supplier diversity. In a sense, there's no excuses, because if you look at these largest GTA enterprises, a very large percent of them have workforce diversity programs, but a much smaller percent have supplier diversity, right? So even if we're making this argument, geez, you're off the hook because you need to do this first, well, a lot of them have done that. So now it's time to make the next step, really.